Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Marvel Rivals, and this time we're going to be doing the casual gamer's perspective on it. So the reason I want to do this is because I've seen a lot of hype about this game, and to be honest, it is fun. It is fun, and I'm just going to say it outright, it's pretty much Overwatch with different characters. I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but let's be real here. 99% of the characters have, I don't want to say 99%, a lot of the characters have abilities that are extremely similar to Overwatch abilities. You got Spider-Man with his shotgun spinning ultimate thing. You hit Q and everyone around him dies.
Find the difference between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
You got the guy, the freaking tree guy with the shield. You got the character that I'm playing that's just like freaking Kiriko. You just shoot healing things at people and then it heals them and it tracks them. You got freaking the squirrel girl is just Hanzo. Let's be real, it's an Overwatch game. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. So I still just gonna throw in real quick here, this guy was watching TikTok while I was trying to record it, and they freaking hid the option to mute people, not on the scoreboard. They hid it in the settings in the pause menu. You have to find him and then you can mute him. That makes no sense, but let's carry on. Enjoy the gameplay of it, but I wanted to include my very first experience with actually trying to play this game, because I feel like that's part of the casual gamer's perspective. You're going to launch this game and the very first experience you're going to have with it is trying to get it to actually freaking run. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of whatever the freak Jake is playing today. Today we're going to be playing Marvel Rivals. I've been having a ton of fun with this actually lately. How about now? Now you're going to record?
You know what to do, spiders? Never thought I'd be glad to see Duck 9's in place.
Yeah, this game is kind of plagued with that stupid AI upscaling garbage. I wish they wouldn't do that, but so many games just rely on that now, and it kind of sucks. It's the way it is though. Super stuttery. Like, this game is no reason to run this poorly. I'll admit, I like this game. I hate games that do this.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
A game like this, you would expect it to run pretty easy. Like, it's some cartoon characters with nearly, looks like mostly hand-drawn textures, but for some reason, I know what reason it is, because it's on Unreal Engine 5 and they didn't optimize their textures, so they have massive texture files. They have high detail textures for a game that is basically Valorant and Overwatch. Like, let's be real, it doesn't need to have this many performance issues for what it is, but it does. And before anyone gets all heated in the comments going, oh, you just suck, you have terrible equipment, my system is a GTX 1080. I know it's old, 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a Ryzen 3600 like 8-core processor. It should not have so many performance issues, because I can run any Battlefield game ultra to high settings. No frame drops, no stutters. I can play Valorant, max graphics, consistent 100 frames. I can play Overwatch, max graphics, consistent 100 frames. There is not that big of a difference between this game and Valorant or Overwatch. This is just my experience with trying to get this freaking game to run at a consistent, non-stuttering FPS, because it should. Realistically, it should. There's nothing that big about it. It's just a poorly optimized game. Not to say it's not fun, but I just don't like that it forces the super resolution, the temporal anti-aliasing, which you can like set to some other random brand name anti-aliasing like AMD or TAAU or Intel. It's all this unnecessary cluttered nonsense that's kind of plaguing modern games. Realistically, it just makes games blurry. Games, you know, 10, not even 10 years ago, like 5, 8 years ago, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5. Yeah, I know I keep saying Battlefield, but that's like the most graphically demanding games that I can think of that I own. They do not have these settings. You can turn them on, but you can also turn them off. This game doesn't let you turn them off. It's this unnecessary garbage that just blurs everything on your screen to make everything look blurry. Or in my case, I had to like download some mod that was just like a client-side mod that makes the game look worse, but it runs better. And I don't even know if it works, to be honest, because I'm still just barely getting a consistent 90 frames in a game that looks like this. Again, a game that looks like this should not require any of this like initial setup to get running decently. On top of all of that, they included the AI frame generation, so essentially you might be getting 30 frames. They're going to use some AI wizardry to make it look like you're getting 100 frames, which is great in terms of a viewing experience, but in terms of actually playing the game, it's not great. You're still getting 30 frames per second, so your inputs are going to be based on those 30 frames per second, but you're going to be seeing 100 frames, which is going to look all pretty and nice. But you're going to flick over to the left and think you're hitting some guy, but that guy already moved 80 frames in front of you, so he's past you, he's gone. It's just like when you include that frame generation, that's how you know the game is going to be poorly optimized, but they're going to try to make up for it by giving you that setting. This is the same reason I kind of stopped playing Black Myth Wukong, because that game ran terribly as well. It's a common plague. I'll link a subreddit down below where more people talk about this. I'm going to try to find a video that talks about it. I think I found one video a while ago talking about how Red Dead Redemption 2 like could look great, but you know, they included this anti-aliasing garbage that ruined the game and made it look all blurry and awful. Other than that, I gotta say, this game is pretty freaking fun. It's fun to play. It's fun to, you know, kind of relive Overwatch's glory days before they added like 78 characters and different nerfs and buffs to every one of them. There is some different features and mechanics, like you can team up with other characters, like some characters just kind of go together. This freaking tree guy and the shark guy can like stand on top of each other's shoulders. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Let me know what you think. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, and we are in game finally here with me. Freaking time to get some gameplay going, Jake. I finally figured out the settings that I need. Looks like this is going to be the best performing settings that I can do for now, at least. The super anti-aliasing is super resolution type is set to AMD FSR, super resolution mode is set to performance, super resolution sharpening settings is set to 41, turn off frame generation mode, that ruined my aim and my entire gameplay. Low latency mode is on, everything is set to low, reflection quality is set to lumen reflections. That seems to be what's getting me the most relatively consistent FPS, so let's go ahead and record some gameplay. I want to just go in with my initial thoughts of the game and like some actual gameplay thoughts rather than just, you know, graphics thoughts. I will say that since I did already play it a little bit, I'm level 8, I know at least a little bit, so it seems like this faction up here is the tanks, so the big heavy characters that have a lot of HP. This is all of our DPS characters that do a ton of damage. This girl's like Hanzo, this guy is Soldier 76, and there's some other people that had some similarities, but for the most part they're pretty easy to understand. So we're gonna be playing Cloak and Dagger. This seems to be my favorite character to play as. For the most part it's pretty easy. My left click shoots daggers when I play as the white girl. When I hit shift I turn into the black guy who can do mostly damage. My E as a black guy blinds and makes them vulnerable. My E as this girl heals anybody around me. I don't think it does anything for anybody else. Yeah, it grants them a healing boost. Right click as white girl is like a little healing shield. Right click as this guy turns everybody invisible and blinds anybody who's inside of it. So it's a pretty easy character. I do like how when you choose a character, they give you a little stars setting to be like, hey, this is how difficult this character is going to be, this is how difficult this person is going to be, all that stuff. I will say that as someone who isn't a Marvel fan, this game is kind of hard to get a hold of. Oh, okay, that guy just killed himself. So yeah, kind of the general premise of Overwatch where everyone stays back, gathers up, gathers together, and then goes into fight. I'm a healer, so I want to try to get everybody alive for the most part, and then take the blame when somebody dies, as is usual. Oh yeah. I can't heal that guy. Yeah, seems like you need a line of sight. I think my black guy is pretty much Mora, where I just kind of hold left click and it mostly follows wherever I'm aiming at. And it is cross-platform, so who your teammates are is going to be kind of random. Oh, sorry. I will say I don't like this shark guy. I think his name is Jeff or something. I don't like his ultimate, because it's kind of overpowered if you ask me. Okay, well, Spider-Man just killed himself. I don't know if my healing shield thing goes through walls when I do that. There you go. Alright, he's fine. And this is also one of those multi-objectives where there's like 3 different rounds, similar to Overwatch. I'm going to compare it to Overwatch a lot because it's Overwatch with different characters, so it's totally fine. I find Overwatch fun. This game, the difference is that this game is third person, so buying skins might actually be, you know, have a reason. I never understood buying skins in Overwatch because it's just like, why? You can't see yourself half the time. Not half the time, like 80% of the time. Unless you're someone who just watches your replay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there's a melee? Oh. I didn't know that. Here, let's change that to that. I didn't know there was a melee. Thought only like Spider-Man could do that. Alright, all my team is dying and I can't reach them. Trying to like bounce some heals off of them, off of walls. Alright, everybody good? Oh no. Wait, is this a teammate? Did my teammate take me? What? I think there's also some destructible buildings and stuff, so that's kind of cool to see. This girl that I'm shooting at right now, this is the Widowmaker. She has like a sniper rifle that you just kind of aim in and charge, and then it does super high damage if you hit them in the head. I hear someone over here.
Lights out. Suffering darkness. I'm an easy target. Dark force dimension.
My time to shine.
Okay. That guy's there. I don't think anybody realizes that they're on point. That's another thing. But maybe it's just because I'm playing quick play and not in ranked, but people kind of suck at playing objective when they start winning. Like, my whole team just said, oh, okay, we got the objective. All right, everybody push forward. This is that Penny Parker character. She's a tank, and I think she can like throw down little mini landmines. And see, now like nobody on our team is on the point. So it's definitely like a weird, partially high level, partially like people who don't really understand exactly what to do. But again, maybe it's just because I'm playing quick play. That person's dead. Person's dead. Yeah, see. Now the only person on it, and it just capped it. This guy's like super useful when you play as a switch to the black guy and then just hit E to make them vulnerable, makes them take a lot of more damage, and then smack them a few times with your freaking Mora laser and they're dead. So it's a super nice one. So yeah, for the most part, this game is it's fun. So far, again, I don't know if quick play is anything relevant to actual competitive mode. It might have similar people, at least in the lower levels, but hey, it's pretty fun. I'd say that's about it. Overall thoughts on this game, it's a fun, nice little Overwatch game. Some of the settings need to be tweaked a little bit. It needs to be more friendly towards lower-end computers. It needs to disable this like anti-aliasing thing. That's my main criticism of this entire game. Other than that, it's fun. I highly recommend it, but thank you so much for watching. This has been a casual gamer's perspective on Marvel Rivals, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Check out my Etsy shop, Jaakeup Productions. I sell cool little 3D printed things like these, as well as some other things. And I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I'm playing. Peace.